Today I'm going to do a playthrough of the solo mode for Otsuki. It's called the algorithm. This is a separate little expansion for the Otsuki game, and this is gives you a solo experience of playing the game. It plays a little bit different, so that's why I wanted to do a little run through so you can kind of get a picture of how it works, see if you're interested in how it works. So I'm going to assume that you know how to play the game, or that you've seen my other tutorial video, or you have a basic understanding of the game, or trick-taking games in general. I'm not going to go over too many of the basic rules of the game, but I will kind of go through the basic structure of the turns and the play for the solo mode here. I'll do that for the first couple of times, and then as we keep going, and I'll probably start picking up the pace there. So anyway, like in Otsuki, the original game, you start off with an animal, and today I'm going to play with the snake here, and I have my little snake token over here. And the goal is the same. You want to achieve your animal's spiritual potential by balancing all four elements and moving up this spirit track to the top and revealing your animal's spiritual potential. So both of those goals are still in place, and it is still the win condition for the game. That is something that you have to do. The difference in the game is that we're going to be playing with a human. So what we're going to do to start the game, we're going to deal out 5 cards to the human, or 5 to the human, and 5, 6, 7 to yourself. And so then what you're going to do is you're going to look at your hand of cards, and you're going to pick 2 of these cards to give to the human. Now, the goal of this game is to not let your human or yourself become distracted. And I'm going to get to that in just a minute. And maybe I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself. I'll actually do this in just a moment, but I want to kind of walk you through all the different components first. So there's 2 other parts for the solo mode. One is the algorithm itself. And so there's a small deck of 6 cards, and the algorithm is going to determine which cards or which elements are available to be balanced in any given trick. So the first thing you're going to do on a trick is you're going to flip over one of these algorithm cards, and you're going to see which elements or element, a couple of different examples, which element or elements that you're going to be able to balance this trick. So in this case, if you turn this one over, you can only balance fire. All of the other elements are kind of grayed out. So this is I call this the feed. Down here is called the take. Now, during the game, the AI is going to confiscate cards out of the tricks that you play. Every trick is going to constitute one of your cards, one of the human cards, and one of the AI cards. All right. So, and the AI is always going to play last. So you're going to play, then the human's going to play, and then the AI will play. And they're just simply going to turn over one of their cards, and it's just going to be a number. And so that gets played into the trick, and the AI doesn't have an element associated with their numbers. The AI is always going to follow the lead suit. So whatever the lead suit is, that's the element suit that the AI player is going to have. The AI is going to confiscate a card at the end of the trick. For instance, let's see here, if this would either be the winning, I'll show you this a little close. This would either be if the AI wins the trick, they'll take that winning card, their winning card, confiscate that, or they'll take the lowest card out of the trick. And so let's just say I played this, and the human player played that. I led this, so that would be a 4 of stars. I would win the trick, but the AI player is going to take the lowest card, which is in this case is going to be their card. So they're going to take a card. All right. And so what's going to happen is we're going to keep playing tricks until either you or the human is out of cards, and then we're going to tally up our card offering as normal, and the AI and the algorithm are going to do the same thing. They'll have confiscated 5 cards by the end of the round, and they're going to add up all of their cards, and the goal is to have your offering be greater than the offering or the confiscated cards of the AI over here. If you or the human player does not get a higher value than what the cards that the AI has confiscated, then you're going to get a distraction. So here's a distraction token. So if the human player didn't get higher than that, then they'll get a distraction, and if I didn't, I'll get one as well. So that we're going to pool these together. So that's 2 distractions. If at any point during the game you have 4 distractions, then you immediately lose. All right. So that's how to play the game in a nutshell, and you'll see kind of how this plays as I go along. All right, I'm going to take a moment and I'm going to reset all of the board here. Okay, and I'm back. I have my hand of 7 cards that I just dealt out to myself, and there are 5 cards for the human. What that human represents is in the game is the animal trying to guide a human and help the human from being distracted as well. So I'm going to think about what I want to do. I want the human to win some tricks, and I want to win some tricks as well. So I'm going to think about which ones I want. Now, I don't know what's going to come out here. I don't know which elements I'm going to be able. So I want to give myself a little bit of flexibility there. I think I will give. I think I'm going to give the. I want to give the AI or the human player a low card in case they need a low card to play into the trick, and I'm going to give them a card that I think should be able to beat if I were to lead a fire card. So I'm going to give them these 2 cards. That's kind of some thought process. Then I'm going to shuffle these. These are the cards for the human. So the human player at the beginning of the round is going to get those 7 cards, and they're going to turn over the top one. So as we play through tricks, you'll get to decide whether or not you want to take this top face down card or this face up card. Now I have 5 cards, so I'm going to fill out the hand with 7. So here I go. And now we are ready to start. If I come across rules, I'm going to just explain those rules as we go along. So I'm going to kind of leave my hand open so you guys can see, what's in my hand. So first thing you do is you flip over an algorithm card, and it looks like I can balance stars and fire. The difficulty here is going to be that they're going to take the highest card. So if I were to lead this 8, I could have the human play the 3, but that means that they're going to confiscate this high card here, and I'm not sure. That's not going to go very well for me here at the start of the game. So I could also lead a 3 of fire, and then they could play their 3, and then I would win. But then I don't know what the AI is going to play. You know what? I think I'm just going to go. I'm just going to go for the balance token. So I'm going to go ahead and play my 8. We'll see how well this turns out for me. They're going to have to play their 3 because it's following suit, and if they have a face-up card that's you can see that is the same suit, they have to follow it, and the AI is going to play a 2. Okay, that I should have done something else, but that's okay. So in this scenario, they're going to take this 8. What that also means is that these 2 cards come to me as the remainder of the trick. And these are the cards that I get to pick from in order to balance an element. So here I'm going to be able to balance stars, and I can, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. That's my first trick there. All right, so at the beginning of the next trick, the first thing you do is you reveal the top card of the human deck. Now, if I had not used that face-up card, then I would keep revealing face-up cards for the human player. Okay, so new algorithm, can balance water. And they're going to take the lowest card. So I think what I want to do, I'm actually not going to worry about, I'm not going to worry about balancing that right now. I think what I want to do is I want to give my human player a win. So what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to play this water, and I'm going to have them play this wood. Now the wood is going to trump the water because wood absorbs water in the cycle of elements here. And then I'm going to have the AI play, and I can play 4. Now they always match the lead suit, in this case which is water, and since the wood trumps that, then the human player is going to win this trick. They're going to take the lowest card, which is a 3, which that's not too bad, and the human is going to take that trick. Now, I should mention, the human is going to calculate their card offering the same way that we calculate ours. The only difference is going to be there are no face-up cards here for the human player to choose from, so we're going to choose this top card. And if you choose the top card, it has to stay face down. So I don't know what's in their offering right now. Okay. Also, should be noted that the human player does not balance elements the same way you do. That is something that only you do. We're only for the human player, we're only concerned with what their offering is going to be. All right. So next round. All right. Wood. So is what we can balance. So when the human player wins a trick, they will always lead. Now, if they have a face-down card, they will always lead their face-down card. This kind of represents you not knowing what they're going to do. So, well, in this case, they do. They lead a wood. We're going to ignore that for the human player. So I have to follow suit, and that's pretty good for me because I should be able to win this pretty easily. Yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and play this 9, make sure I win it, because I know that they're going to take the lowest. They're going to take the lowest card. In this case, it's a 2, so that's good, and I win this trick. That was actually a really lucky. That was a really lucky trick, so that's great. All right, so I have 2 tricks and I have 2 elements. I think that's pretty good. Oh, you know what? I forgot to slide cards into my offering. Shoot. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pretend that I did this. And so I have 2 cards in my offering. So I'm feeling pretty good about my offering. I don't know about their offering. So I really want this human player to win these next couple of tricks. All right, so they're going to reveal a new one. So these are the human cards. And this is their offering. I'm going to slide it up here. Okay, first thing, I'm going to algorithm. We can balance a fire. I wouldn't mind balancing fire, but I want them to win. They're going to take the lowest card, so I might just play low. All right, I'm going to play my 2 of fire here, and what I want them to do is I want them to win it with this too, and I like how this is turning out. So yeah, so this AI card is a 6, and so is a 6 of fire, but the water trumps that, so they're going to win. They're going to take the lowest card. If it's tied for lowest, then you get to choose. In this case, I'm going to have them, I guess it doesn't really matter. Just have them take that. So they're going to take this. The other benefit of this is now I have this really high card here in face up. So I definitely want them to take that. So that is going to be part of their offering. And now we're on our last trick. That's the last card. And here we go. So this is a little bit tricky because they're going to be playing I have 1 card left in my hand. They have 1 card left in their hand, which means that neither one of us are going to be able to play a card into our offering. I would almost prefer if the AI player would win this one. The other issue is that they're going to take the highest card, which is probably going to be definitely going to be that 7. So that's a bummer. All right, well they won, so they get to lead that water. Fire doesn't do anything because that puts it out, and they're going to play a 1. So they're going to take the highest card of the 7, and they're actually, let's see, this 7 won that trick. So actually they won, which not great either. All right, so here's how it works at the end of the round. So the human player won 3 tricks, and they have 2 cards in their offering. I won 2 tricks, and I have 2 cards in my offering. So I'm gonna first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna calculate what the confiscated card's value is. So 8 and 7 is gonna be 15, 3 and 2 is 20, and 22. That's a really high number here, so we're probably gonna get some distractions here. So let's look at this. We'll look at mine first. So I have 2 tricks. So looking on my little chart, I'm gonna get 6 for the 2 tricks, and then I have a 6 here, so that makes 12, and then a 7, and that makes 19. So I was really hoping that was going to do it, but I am not higher than theirs, so I'm going to take a distraction, and I doubt they are too. So they have an 8 and a 6. That's better than I thought. So that's 14, plus they have 3 tricks, which is only 2 more, so that makes 16. So they're going to get a distraction too. That was not an ideal round, so we'll see. Hopefully we can turn this around next go. So I'm just going to clean this up real quick, and then we will get on to, well, I'll just show you the cleanup. Cleanup is we're going to put all of these AI cards back, and then put all these element cards back. We're going to give them a shuffle, and we're done with this algorithm deck as well. So we're actually going to reshuffle all these little decks. So for the next round, yeah. So like I said, I'm not in great shape for this. If you also the same applies for moving up the spirit board. So if you had the highest offering, you would move a space up that spirit board, or if you had an offering of exactly 13, or if you had an offering of or if you had won 0 tricks. None of those things happened. Winning 0 tricks in the solo mode is not generally ideal. It just means that you're gonna, well, I guess if the human wins enough of them, then they'll be doing all right. But yeah, if the algorithm wins too many tricks, then you're in trouble. All right, I'm just gonna keep on playing here. I'm just doing a quick shuffle here. Okay, let's see. Well, now I have a little bit more to go on. I know I don't need stars or wood, although I don't want to unbalance them either. I think I definitely want to give this 8 to them, and then so 9s are tricky because the algorithm can use not 9s. Now, if we were to put this 9 in our offering, it would make our offering null and void because of that icon. So we don't want to put that in our offering. But at the same time, we have more control when we have it. Sometimes if the human player has to lead something and they lead into that, then they can give the AI or the algorithm a pretty high card. So I want to avoid that. I want a little bit more control there. So what I think I will do, I want to win fire though. So yeah, I'll hold on to that, and maybe I'll just go ahead and give them. Maybe I'll just go ahead and give them that one. That seems to make some sense. Okay, there they are. All right, so they have a 2. And I get 2 more cards, another 9. Ugh. Oh, that's terrible. That's going to be hard to deal with. Shoot. Okay, well, we'll see how we do. So one thing I'm thinking of now is I'm thinking about, wish I had that too. I'm thinking about my offering, and what I'm thinking about focusing this round on is moving up the spirit board. I don't know how many I'm going to win, but I do know that if I get 13 exactly, it doesn't matter if I beat the AI. I'll still be able to move up. And if I can keep the if I can have the human player win enough tricks, then I will then I should be able to make sure that they don't get distracted, even if I do. Okay. I don't know if that made sense to you or not, but let's see what I can do here. All right. First things first, let's go ahead and flip this over. Whew, okay. They're going to take the highest card, and it is wood or water. Don't want to play my 9. I could play this 1. If I play I could play this 1, and then I could have them burn it. Yeah, why not I do that? I'm going to play this 1. I'm going to have them burn it, so they're going to be winning. It's a little bit risky, but I want to do this because they're going to take the highest card. So then they're going to play, ooh, yeah, a 1. Sweet. So they're only going to take this 2, and they win. The human player wins, so that was excellent. That was a great turn. They're going to take that as their offering. And next turn, all right, I'm moving a little faster now. Okay, can only balance stars. Don't really need to balance stars, so that's fine. So maybe I will have them try and win the trick. Well, we'll see what they lead. So they got a lead. They're going to lead this 7. Okay, they're taking the lowest card. Oh, no, this is exactly what I did not want to have happen. Okay, this is a bummer. So I have this 9. I have to play the 9. And they're going to take a 3. Okay, it's not the end of the world. That's fine. They'll take the lowest card, which is there. I will win this trick with this 9. Which just means I'm going to have to unbalance my wood, which is a bummer, but that's all right. It's okay. All right. Well, I have. Okay. What I think I'm going to do is I'm going to try to win. I'm going to try and win no more tricks. So I'm going to slide this 5 in here. 8 and 5 makes 13. So I'm going to see about that. I'm going to see about that. That makes the most sense to me because I can't play these 9s into my offering, so I'm going to try and lose the rest of these tricks. We'll see if that works. All right. Next is going to be I can balance water. Although, wouldn't mind balancing water. Then I could do that if I needed to. I could win it. Actually. Do I want to win it? If I win it, then I might, then I can't put this in my offering. No, I really don't want to win this. Well, I got a risk to take because, just to give you a little bit of my thought process, if I play my 3 into this trick and then follow with the 2, that works because they're only going to take the 2 or the lowest card. But that means that I'm going to win the trick, and that's fine, but I probably will not win the offering, and I'll mess up my chances of moving up the spirit board. Alternatively, I could lead this 3 and then play something random off the top here and hope that they win, either by having a higher card or by having a trump, which would in this case be a wood card. A lot of woods already come out, so maybe not the best. Odds there. Let's see. If I win 2 tricks, that's going to give me 6, and 5 is 11. And then I would have this 1, so it'd be 12. That would not be good. Not be a good offering. Okay, I'm going to play this 3. This could be a short game. We'll see how it goes. Okay, that works out. Lucked out on that. So they trumped my water, which is great. They're going to play a 5 and they're going to follow the lead suit, which is water. And so they're going to take the lowest card, which is my 3. So I like that. And so they're going to take this. All right, I don't want to put that in the offering. It's too low. So I'm going to go ahead and drop this other card here. And now, next trick. Okay, well, they got 2 more. Okay. Fire. Now, they're going to take the lowest card, and I could could win fire. I'm doing pretty good over here. So let's see, this is 2 and 3 and 3, which is 8 so far. So if we run out of, here's another rule, that if you run out of cards before the algorithm has 5 cards, they're going to draw off this deck until they have more. So the likelihood is they're going to get probably, if the human player wins, they're going to get the draw card off of that deck. So I don't know how valuable it is for me. Yeah, I don't think. I think I want them. I want them to win it, and they're going to take the lowest card. Yeah, I do. All right. So it's not ideal because I really wanted them to play this into their trick or into their offering, but this is the way it's going to go. So they're going to win with that 8. There's a 6, so they're only going to take that 1. So they've got 3, and this one's going to have to go over there. Now, the round is over. Luckily, these 9s didn't get anywhere bad. So, but the algorithm is going to have to draw off the top of this deck. And they got a 3. Okay, so that hopefully will work. So we have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, this is going to work out great because, see, they have 3 tricks, which is 2 plus 2 is 4. Woo! Oh no. 4, 5, 6, 7, 9. They did not make it, so they're going to get a distraction. But the good news is I have 8 plus 5, which is 13. So I actually have the highest offering in addition to being 13. So I'm going to move up the spirit board, and I don't have to take a distraction because I was higher than the AI. That was a very tight round. We'll see how it goes. Next round, I'm not holding my breath. I'm on my heels here on this one. Let's see. This is going to get shuffled as well. All right. Well, and not only do I need to get up the top here, but I also need to balance the rest of these elements. This has been very difficult. And ideally, I want no distractions for either one of us. Well, that's what it's going to have to be. So I'm going to work really hard on trying to get low cards into the algorithm's confiscated stack there. So. Right. Oops. All right, here we go again. We got 1, 3, 4, 5. Human, and I have 7. All right, what do I need? So I need fire. Actually, this is interesting because the 1 beats the 9. So I have to think about that for a moment. I wonder, maybe I just keep both of those, honestly. I don't want to win the stars. Really, really don't. So that's pretty critical. I might throw both of these towards the human player just because of that. Because I wouldn't mind winning all of these. So those 9s are actually going to come in handy. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw those over there. Those are high cards, so that's good. They can go into their offering. Yeah, I like that. That's pretty good. I got to have a decent shot, maybe. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Okay. All right, let's see what we can do. 7. Okay. Water. Okay. Balance some water. So, might go for it right now. Although, Yeah, I might go for this because we're kind of at that point where I need to kind of go for some things. I'm going to hope for a low card here on the AI's deck because they're going to take the lowest card. So if they, if they turn over a 1, 2, or 3, I should mention the AI deck is only 1 through 6. So so the highest it would be a 6. Now that's not ideal, but it's better than the alternative. So I am going to go ahead and play that 7. I'm going to have them play their 7, so I know I'm going to win this. And they're going to play a 2. Oh, that's great. So they're going to take the 2. And I'm going to win this trick. And I'm going to balance water. And I'm going to play into my offering. Oh, man. I'll play the 6. I'll play the 6. Okay. And next, stars and fire. And they're going to take the highest. What do they have? Okay, I don't want them to play their wood, so I'm going to avoid wood. I could play this 1 of fire and try to win it. Because if they turn over a water or a star, I'm good to go. If they turn over a fire, I'm going to lose to them, to the human player, but at least they're winning something. So I'm going to try this. Hopefully it works out. Okay, I think that's, oh, and that's pretty good because that's not too high. Oh, but that's probably worse. So they're going to take their 5, and they actually, unfortunately, they win this trick. All right. That's a good point. That hadn't happened yet, so it's good to know. Whenever the algorithm wins a trick, you lead the next one, not the human player. So, all right. That was not great. Okay, balancing wood. And they're going to take the lowest. All right, I'm definitely going to do this. This. They're going to take the 4. And I'll take these, balance wood. And I guess I'll stick that guy in there. Okay. Yeah, really, unfortunately, I have to lead with these 9s now, and I really want the human player to win. So. Let's see. Well, let's see what the algorithm says first. Stars. So we don't really care about that. But oh, if I play the 9, they gotta follow suit. I'll win, but then they would definitely. Well, then I wouldn't move up the spirit board because I'd have to put this in my offering. Okay. I gotta play. Well, if I play the stars, there's only one chance here. If they have a 1 of stars. Oh, I think I might have lost it here. We'll see. I can't win this. If I win it, I'm not moving up the spirit board. And then I've totally lost it. All right, I gotta play this. Oops. 8. Oh, that really didn't help me. And it's a 3. So they're going to take the 3. Yeah, man, that's even worse because I win that. I have to unbalance stars. And I have to put this in my offering, which means I'm not going to move up the spirit board, and I don't have any of these things. So that's not even going to count. So then I just have 3 tricks, 11 and 2, which is 13, but I can't move up the offering spirit board because of that. That's a bummer. They're going to take 1 more card, which is a 2. So 5, 9, 11, 16. They have 16. Anyway, so I'll take another, and then they take another. I lost that one. So, that was a tough game. I lost that one. So anyway, that is basically how a solo game of Otsuki works with the algorithm. as the solo experience. I hope you enjoyed watching that, and I do promise you that this is winnable. So, like I said, if you're interested, take a closer look, and if you have any questions, just drop a comment or reach out. I'm happy to answer any questions that you might have about it. All right. Thanks so much for checking it out.